Welcome to the real Ramblers movie talk for fanatics. The real Ramblers movie talk for fanatics. And now your hosts, Bill and Lee Howard.
Hello. See how I did it different that time?
You did.
Yeah. Why were you doing a ghost hello?
Yeah.
Okay. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the Real Ramblers. I'm Bill. This is Lee.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
Every episode will be like episodes next March. You're going to be saying that.
Welcome to our Christmas episode.
Happy
Trick or
Valentine's Day, motherfucker.
Yes.
So, today we're going to be discussing our favorite films to watch in the Halloween season.
Yes.
Not particularly Halloween movies with Michael Myers.
No.
But just either Halloween-themed movies or movies we enjoy watching at Halloween.
Yes.
That seem to fit in with the season.
The spooky season.
So, of course, my go-to is the original Halloween.
Yeah, that's a you gotta.
I usually, when I have this little portable Blu-ray player, and when I hand out candy, I usually have it right beside me playing the original Halloween. Every time I hand out candy, because it just doesn't feel... I have to have that music going.
Yeah,
and
I put the music on as well on like a fucking iPod or whatever.
Yeah.
As we're handing out candy too, we have a little portable music thing, and it's that is Halloween.
Yeah, it is.
You have to
entirely.
Have that.
So yeah, any of those are a must play at Halloween.
Oh, totally.
But aside from Halloween's, let's discuss what else is on your playlist. Now, I'm a huge fan of the season, but Lee is next level. Like, I mean, Lee lives for it the other 11 months of the year.
We never take our Halloween decorations down in our house.
Yeah, I know it's a big thing. It's like a religious holiday to you.
Yeah.
So what are like the top things on your list once October 1st hits your calendar?
So what we do for September, which is Halloween Eve, we actually we start watching scary movies then, but we break them down. We have kind of September ones and then October ones. Mm-hmm. So September, when that rolls around, we usually watch like the Paranormal series, the Scream series. We'll have like a block of vampire movies that we watch 30 days
So not as much Halloween movies as just more like horror staples.
Yes, yeah, okay. Kind of horror staples. So we'll watch a lot of that stuff. And then once October hits, we do get into more, like we'll watch some of the Halloween movies, Halloween 3.
Yeah, Halloween 3, obviously, because of the setting.
Yeah, for sure.
At Halloween.
On Halloween night, we always save Trick or Treat.
Right.
The Michael Dougherty one, yeah. We always save that because, I mean, that is so, like, nothing feels more Halloween-y than that movie.
Yeah.
And I love it. It's bananas to me that they made that movie and it sat on a shelf for like 2 years because they were like, we don't know what to do with this.
Trick or Treat.
Yeah, Trick.
Not Trick or Treat.
Yeah. So we always watch that. And then after that, we watch Krampus, same director.
Oh, my God.
Because that is a perfect bridge into Christmas.
It's the bridge movie.
It absolutely is. Because on November 1st, we put Elf on. And it's Christmas.
Right.
So there's like Nightmare Before Christmas. By
the way, I bought the director's cut of Krampus last year and then didn't get around to watching it.
So
damn.
I gotta watch it this year. Yeah. So yeah, we also have like a bunch of animated ones that we watch too. Nightmare Before Christmas.
Definitely.
Paranorman, which I feel like is so underrated.
It is.
Like Paranorman.
Everybody always talks Nightmare Before Christmas and Coraline are kind of the number.
Which are still great.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Coraline is fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. Paranorman is always kind of left off that list, as well as for animation, I always watch Monster House.
Monster House is so great. That's also on our list too.
So good.
Yeah. And even just like the first is a little bit more Jordan, but the first like Hotel Transylvania.
Yeah.
It's monsters. It's good.
Great.
The other ones were
sequel's not so much.
They made
the original
new one, and it's not even Adam Sandler doing the Dracula voice. Womp womp. Oh, we also watch the Addams Family movies because they feel very Halloween-y, even though they don't take place at Halloween.
Right.
And we just watched, I think I like part 2 more than part 1, honestly, Addams Family Values.
It's been so long since I've seen them, but I think most people regard Values as the better one.
It's like Joan Cusack is in it, and she's so goddamn good.
Yeah.
They're so good. Raul Julia and Angelica Houston are like so perfect.
Yeah.
Worth a rewatch. What else do we watch? We'll throw in like some of the Elm Street movies and stuff, but it's like I wish there were more Halloween-y movies.
Halloween set.
Yeah. And I know that you're like, oh, this is a garbage movie, and it is a garbage movie. But we watched Hubie Halloween, that Adam Sandler one.
I actually didn't mind it.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
I thought it was funny.
It's like a lot of other kind of Adam Sandler comedies where there's like a lot of stuff that's really funny and good, but then there's like the really stupid shit that he'll do in it. Like, this is my crazy thermos. It's a binocular and it's got soup in it.
Some stuff, like when he goes off on a tangent, I usually don't like him.
Yeah.
But Hubie Halloween, I thought was kind of fun.
It was fun, and it was
kind of
very
wholesome.
Halloween. Yeah. And it really was Halloween. It took place in Salem.
Yeah.
So that's on our list.
I didn't mind it.
Yeah, it's just like a fun.
I was surprised. I thought it would suck.
Yeah, there's his movies are like hit or miss.
Yeah.
For me, sometimes I'll really like them. Happy Gilmore and stuff, and so they're like Jack and Jill. Like, oh brother, that's a movie. That's a feature film. Al Pacino's in that one.
But then like Billy Madison.
Oh, classic, yeah. And then there's also some Halloween specials that are must watches.
Mm-hmm. It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Here,
I know what you're gonna say because I loved it when I was a kid, but as an adult, I've rewatched it and I'm like, wow, nothing happens.
Boring.
It's literally like a day in the life of somebody that nothing happens to.
Seriously, yeah. And it's like, I don't give a good goddamn about Snoopy and the Red Baron. Eat shit, Snoopy. Like, it's so boring.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, nothing happens in it.
No.
And yeah, as a kid, you're always like so excited when it would come on TV. Fuck yeah, it's Halloween, Great Pumpkin.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's 3 minutes of like pumpkin stuff. I gotta rock. The end. No more Halloween.
It's terrible.
Yeah, so I almost go to watch it every year because it feels like you have to, but then I'm like, it's too boring.
Oh yeah, it sucks.
There's which is not too bad, but there's a Garfield Halloween special, and it's on YouTube,
right?
And it's like okay, and it's, I don't know, maybe it's just a nostalgia feeling,
right? That
when I watch it, it's like, it's not terrible. Last year I watched this one called Witches Night Out that we watched as a kid. If you saw the animation, you would know it immediately.
I think I remember it.
It's really weird. It's really weird. And it's like all the characters are like the animation is really like
down because I'm gonna
it's almost like all the characters
the
were like one color only. So it's like someone like that's a witch walking around is just all purple.
Right.
All purple.
Right.
And then this guy's like all orange and stuff. It's really weird.
Right.
But it gives you that real Halloween-y feeling.
What's weird, just on a personal side note, is I don't remember like any Halloweens.
Like as kids?
As a kid.
Wow, really? Weird. I remember a couple. Do you remember any like costumes you had as a kid?
No.
Weird.
I don't know why.
It's funny because I'm trying to think of like what maybe you dressed up as, and I can't remember anything.
Yeah.
I remember costumes I had, like, those classic old, there's a name to them, and I don't remember like maybe the guy's name that made
like
them.
The vacuform mask.
Yeah. And like that plastic onesie
terrible.
that I can still smell it.
Yeah. I loved them, but they're terrible.
Oh, yeah. It's so funny as kids because they would always have like, if you're dressed up as Darth Vader, it would just say his name, Darth Vader, on the chest and stuff.
It's funny because I remember Halloween parties in my 20s.
Right.
Because I used to I went as Mickey from Natural Born Killers one year. I went as Braveheart one year.
You went as Lestat
Aragorn one year. Lestat is one year, even though I look like George Washington. But I don't remember any as a kid, which is weird.
Crazy.
Brains are so strange.
I know. Like, I get blocking out bad memories, but it's like Halloween was great.
Yeah. I loved Halloween as a kid, and I don't know why I don't remember any of that.
That is really weird.
You remember like specific costumes?
Yep. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah,
as a little kid.
Yep. I remember there was one that
was, again, we were older when you did like the penguin and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's
but I don't remember little kids.
Yeah, I remember I had a Lone Ranger in that same thing with that mask with the a Lone Ranger one. That was when we lived on Brock Street.
Wow.
I remember. I think I had a Superman one of those too. 1 year.
So the Lone Ranger one must have been because like
was very
the Legend of the Lone Ranger came out in like 82 or 81.
Yeah, it must have been, because why I don't remember any other time in my life where I'm like, fuck yeah, the Lone Ranger, like who gives a shit.
I had the action figures from that movie.
Yeah,
that's weird.
Another, and this is like a super underrated special, and it only aired once, and I think you have to find it on like Vimeo or something.
Right.
But you know that Tom Hanks character, David Pumpkins?
Oh, yeah.
There was a 30-minute animated special.
I've never really got that.
I don't. The animated special's really funny.
Really?
Yeah, and it's narrated by Peter Dinklage.
Yeah.
And it's like chaotic. It's really funny.
Really?
It's only a 30-minute special.
Because I've seen the skits, and I'm like, I don't know why everybody thinks they're funny. I don't get them.
I don't know. I like them.
Isn't that funny?
Just because it's so random and stupid.
Yeah.
So yeah, it only aired the one time, and it's just super underrated, and I guess because it only aired one time. I don't
Right.
know why they don't put it out every year, like or on their website, NBC's website or something. But it's super funny, so we add that every year. You know what I watched last year for the first time? I didn't even know this existed, but they made a Grinch cartoon for Halloween.
Really?
Yeah, it's fucking awful. It has nothing to do with Halloween. It's called like every year or every it's not just called The Grinch's Halloween. It's like every year is Halloween with the Grinch or something like that.
Right.
And it is like a 1960s animated fever dream.
Wow.
Like someone dropped tons of acid. It's almost, I don't even remember if it has like a specific story. It's just the Grinch, and it's not like Boris Karloff doing the voice or anything like that. And it's just like weird like shapes around him and stuff.
Weird.
And yeah, we watched it and we were like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Wow.
Like just Star Wars holiday special level
The
bad.
Grinch dies tonight. The Grinch dies tonight.
Yeah. That was in it. Maybe that's where they got that.
Yeah.
A mob tracks him down. Anthony Michael Hall was in it. He was live action.
Well, I have some other movies that are not. Well, I mean, for movies that are set during Halloween, one that I actually usually watch around the Halloween season actually is E.T.
Oh my God, that does take place on Halloween.
Yeah.
Crap, I forgot about that.
And it feels Halloween-y.
It does.
But yeah, I watched that one. Another one that's not, it doesn't take place at Halloween, but for some reason I always associate it with it, is that Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Oh,
which I loved.
I started to watch it. I don't remember why I didn't finish it.
You should go back and watch it
okay.
because it is really, really well done.
Huh, okay.
The guy who directed it, I think, is the guy who did that movie Trolls or Troll. I think he's Norwegian or something.
This is that newer
Anyway.
one, right?
Yeah, it was only it's like 5-6 years
Okay.
ago, but it's really, really well done and it's really creepy. And because it's kind of it's anthology, but not separated. They're all part of the same movie.
Okay.
But really well done, and it's visually really cool, and I loved the books when I was a kid. I used to get them from the bookmobile thing that came through school.
The art in those books is like scary.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I love that.
It's really
art.
disturbing.
Yeah.
And the movie captures it really, really
That's cool.
well.
The creature design and stuff I did see
Incredible.
is great. And it's like a lot of it practical and stuff, right? Like that big.
I think almost all of it is practical.
Okay, cool.
But you have to go back and watch it because
All right.
it's really good.
Huh.
So I always watch that. And again, I don't think any of it took place at Halloween, but I love watching Donnie Darko around Halloween.
Yeah, it does take place on Halloween.
It does
Yep.
it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's why he's in the bone costume.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
But yeah, that movie again always feels Halloween to
It
me.
does. It's been
So
a while since I've watched that.
I watched it with Evie, with my daughter, and she loved it.
Oh, that's amazing. I can see her liking that. Now, did you watch the original cut or the?
We watched the director's cut, and then after we watched it, I kind of regretted it. I should have watched the.
I think the regular cut's better.
Yeah, I think so too.
I like that the new one had kind of like chapter breaks and stuff.
Yeah,
and tried
that was
to
neat.
explain it a little bit more.
And the little the whatever the thing is that connects him, that kind of watery abyss thing.
Yeah, I was going to say the abyss
is
worm.
enhanced in that. But yeah, I think I like the theatrical better.
Me too.
It flows a
They
little
changed
better.
the music, I think, and stuff too. And and I didn't like it because I like the original one.
Agree. Yeah.
Did you ever see the sequel?
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, too bad.
Yeah.
Could have been cool,
I know.
but
Weird. Anyway.
should have been like somebody else should have wrote it. Somebody else should have directed it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's very. And then standards, I always go back to Poltergeist. Even though nothing about it is Halloween, it feels.
Some
Halloween
movies
to
just
me.
feel Halloween.
Yeah,
You know?
Exorcist is always like as soon as it's the scary time of year, I have to revisit
Right.
The Exorcist. By the way, I just got the new 4K of The Exorcist, and it's like a revelation. in
Oh, wow.
how the picture it's crazy. It was like watching it for the first time.
No kidding.
Yeah,
Now,
beautiful.
is it of like the version
Both.
you've never seen? Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, both.
Because I prefer that version.
Yeah, I'm.
Just because it adds more.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah, and
And
nothing's really removed.
Yeah.
The only thing I wish, and I think it was Friedkin's idea, was the little flashes of Pazuzu's face.
Right.
I wish they hadn't done those, but it's small and it's the only thing I didn't like.
Yeah.
I love the spider walk.
Holy shit.
I love that. And I love the conversation between Marin and Karis on the stairs. And they're just talking about why this girl.
Yeah, that's right.
That
I forgot
scene
that was
I love.
an added thing.
And I love the added ending with Lieutenant Kinderman and Dyer because for me, it just connects part 3
Absolutely.
to the original.
Yep.
And as soon as I watch those two actors in the ending, I'm like, oh, I can see George C. Scott. And
Totally.
I can see part 3. So I love that connecting tissue.
Yes.
But yeah, all the horror classics, I feel like as soon as October hit, I was like, I want to watch Nightmare on Elm Street again, and I want to watch like all the classics. It immediately fills me with I want to watch and revisit everything. Also, you mentioned Trick or Treat, but it also makes me want to go back to Trick or Treat.
Yes.
The Sammy Kerr one, because again, makes me feel nostalgic.
Very nostalgic.
Yeah, and I love that. And there's supposed to be a 4K coming out of that. And I thought it was going to be out by Halloween, but I haven't heard anything else about it.
Oh, weird.
I don't know
this
when
Christmas.
that's
Trick or treat.
But I love that movie. So, yeah. Oh, sorry. Another one. We were talking about animated ones, although it's not animated.
Okay.
Frankenweenie. But I always think of it as animated because it feels, even the live action one feels animated.
Right. Oh, because there is an animated one, and there's the live action short, right? Isn't that what it is?
No, the short is animated. Am I confusing these?
I think you're confusing them. I think the live action one is the short film that he made very, very early on.
Right.
And then the animated.
God, I got to revisit that then.
Yeah, I think the Frankenweenie movie is all an anime. I feel like I can see the poster in my mind.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is my brain mixing those up?
I don't think I've seen it. Anyway, I don't know why.
Frankenweenie is fantastic and my wife's absolute favorite.
Right.
She loves Frankenweenie.
Mm-hmm. You know what I can never get
Weird.
into?
Why am I like totally confusing those? Okay. As soon as I get home today.
Yeah, no, you got to. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not.
Anyway.
Yeah, you know what I can never really get into? The Corpse Bride. I've tried to watch it a couple times and
I
it does
really
not grab
enjoy
me.
it, but for some reason it doesn't connect the same way as the other stuff.
Yeah.
And I always think it's
Same
funny.
director and stuff.
I always think it's funny that everybody's always like, "Oh, I love Nightmare on Elm Street," or Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh man, that Tim Burton's awesome. And it's like, yeah, Tim Burton didn't direct that.
Yeah, he had very little.
It was
to do.
Henry Selick, who is a brilliant stop motion director.
Oh my god, he's incredible.
Yeah.
It's because Tim Burton needed his name in the title, so it's like Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, and I mean, it's obviously
it's his art.
story, and it's
his story even was very small.
Yeah,
so yeah, it's like put some respect on Henry Selick's name.
I know it is funny that like even people who are big fans of stop motion stuff, you mention Henry Selick, and they're like, who?
Yeah,
and it's like, dude, he's like the dude that is responsible for those, he directed them. Like, come on.
Yeah, he's amazing. And also, how they've never made a sequel is kind of shocking to me.
I know. I find that strange.
The movie is so. I think it only did so-so. It's one of those ones where in the theater it maybe did so-so, but over time.
But holy cow, the following it has now.
Insane.
The merchandising for it.
And there's one movie.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I think.
I wonder why.
I don't know. It's weird when, I was going to say Beetlejuice is kind of like that, but they're making a part 2 right now.
Yeah, now they are.
Which I hope
By
is
the way,
good.
another great Halloween choice.
Beetlejuice. Oh, yeah, we did. Actually, that was on our list. And it doesn't take place on Halloween.
No, but it feels Halloween-y.
You know what?
But I think that's the Tim Burton thing.
You know what should feel Halloween-y? Back to the Future. It takes place in October. There's not one Halloween decoration up.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that weird? One of the last times I watched it, I'm like, what the fuck? I
feel like we should have a whole episode of, what about this movie? Isn't that weird?
It's a new segment called, Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Yeah, just I'm like so...
Welcome to Isn't That Weird with Bill and Lee.
Yeah, it's like October 6th or something like that, and there's not one goddamn Halloween decoration up.
Yeah, that's strange.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I always, there's a million Christmas specials.
Yeah.
The Rankin Bass ones and stuff, but I was always surprised that there wasn't more stuff like that for Halloween.
Yeah, it is strange. It's a holiday that retail seems to embrace.
Yep.
You walk into Walmart, the Halloween section's huge.
Yep.
You walk into Michael's.
Oh, yeah.
Like everywhere it's Halloween stuff. And yet it doesn't seem to be embraced in the same way as Christmas.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
I don't know why.
Yeah. Another movie just popped into my head that I watch around Halloween every year is The Crow.
Oh my God, of course. Yeah, of course. How could I forget that? Oh my God.
It's weird that you forgot that.
I have to trade in my Crow card.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it takes place on October 30th, Devil's Night.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's also
And it's got, even though it's not Halloween-y, it's dripping in Halloween atmosphere.
Totally. Yep.
So, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like a shorter episode.
Well, that's it for the... Yeah, it's funny because there's not a lot of... I did some research before this episode looking up stuff that took place at Halloween.
I was just going to try and Google
and
that.
there was way less than I thought there would be. I thought there would be tons.
I know there's a lot of like smaller things. Like there's another anthology series called Tales of Halloween.
Yeah, Tales
which
of
is pretty
Halloween is
fun.
actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's fun. There's that one called All Hallows Eve, which Art the Clown from Terrifier was originally in.
Oh, right.
That's where he started.
Actually, come to think of it, the Terrifiers are good choices for Halloween too.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I
they do
really
take place
enjoy
on Halloween.
those. Yeah, I really enjoy those, and they have a big cult following. But I find a lot of horror fans kind of write them off as just being like gore fests. But I find that when Terrifier first came out, I was like, ugh, this just looks like exploitation and dumb. And then I watched it and I'm like, no, it's actually kind of smart, and it's
like they know what they're making.
Yeah,
you know?
it's very it's aware of itself.
Yeah.
And 2 I really enjoyed. And it's funny because at first I thought, oh, these like the kill scenes are so long and exploitative. And then I'm like, no, but they're kind of winking at the gore in other movies.
Yeah, it's
almost
like an 80s
parody.
movie.
It's almost parody. But the guy who plays Art is great.
Yeah, David Howard Thornton, I think.
Yeah,
is his
that's
name.
yeah. He's again. We've talked in other episodes about people that are physical
Physically,
actors, like Doug Jones, and he's great at that.
He's incredible. He's
the stuff the guy does with even just his face.
Oh my god, yeah, he's so
crazy,
expressive.
And the little girl in the second one,
fantastic,
so good.
Yeah,
so good.
Yeah,
and the kills are amazing to watch. That one kill in the second one that he takes like I don't know
it's
how
like a
long.
10-minute.
It feels like 10 minutes to kill one girl.
I think it is because it's like a 2.5 hour long movie.
Yeah.
So yeah,
but doesn't feel like it. It's weird. When I watched it, I was like, that was 2.5 hours?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
But the kills are like, I almost expect halfway through that 10-minute kill scene for him to look at the screen and be like, wink.
Yeah. Sit down, have a juice box, get back to it. Like, oh, my break's over.
It's, they're super fun. The lead girl in part 2 was great.
She's super nice too. I met her at a convention.
Really?
She's like super, super nice. Yeah.
She was really great in that movie. And,
I think those movies too are really like Art the Clown. Like that's easily like a new horror icon. You know, he's the new Freddy.
I was gonna say that so many movies since have tried to create horror icons, and it never works.
No, it's true.
The only thing that's come close is Trick or Treat with Sam.
Yeah, very iconic.
But he became iconic, I think, because of how he looks and not necessarily because of how he's used in the movie.
Yeah.
Because it's not that big of a part.
He really only appears here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they managed to... What's the director's name? Damien Leone? Yeah. He managed to legitimately do it because Art the Clown, to me, is right up there.
Absolutely. And it's so, any of the horror conventions I do that I vend at or whatever, so many people. Do you have any art? Do you have any artwork of art? So I'm going to be doing, because I'm doing Frightmare in the Falls,
right?
Which is at the end of this October in Niagara Falls. It's an incredible horror convention. Plug. And it is really good. And the guest lineup
and
is
I heard he's
bonkers.
doing a 3. And that
they are doing a 3,
The 3 has got quite a budget. So
because the second one made so much money.
Yeah, it did great.
And I believe I can't remember, Lauren something, I think is the lead actress that was into. I believe she's coming back.
Oh, cool.
But she's also... I mean, she's like a new final girl, like a very, and with an iconic look because she has a costume, right?
Totally.
And she's another one who at conventions brings the costume.
Oh, really?
And you can do photos with her in the costume, which is really good. I like that a lot of horror actors are doing that now because that was never really a thing before.
No, never.
Like we'd said, Danielle Harris puts on her Jamie Lloyd outfit.
Yeah.
Scout Compton from the Rob Zombie's Halloween, she has like an outfit and bloodies herself up for photos, and they bloody you up in the photos with them.
That's cool to embrace it in that way.
Yeah, absolutely. Kane Hodder started doing some, and some of the other Jason guys started doing some in costume photos. Yeah, it's crazy.
I think there was a rare circumstance, wasn't it, like a year or two ago that Robert Englund did something?
it was quite a few years ago now.
And it was just a one-time thing.
Yeah, and he didn't have the sweater on or anything like that. It was just the makeup and, of course, the glove. Still amazing, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Pretty pricey, I heard it was.
Yeah, of course.
That makes sense.
Of course.
But I think that's great that a lot of celebrities our horror guests are in character now for photo shoots and stuff. Even some of the Scream
I read, this is kind of off topic.
Yeah.
But I just read that Blumhouse is in negotiations trying to get the rights to Friday the 13th. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Because I'm amazed that we're in 2023 and there hasn't been a Friday the 13th movie since the remake. That's crazy.
It's insane, yeah. And
how
the
long ago was
Halloween
that?
rights are being shopped around now, too.
Yeah, I heard that A24 is looking to do a series.
Yeah. Which,
that's pretty
whatever
neat.
it is, gimme. I'll take it.
If it's A24, I have faith.
Yeah.
But yeah, Blumhouse doing Friday the 13th could be pretty cool.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Go back and listen to our Blumhouse episode, which you can right now on Real Ramblers. That would be great. I would be 1,000%.
Yeah,
in.
some cool stuff coming up. And I hope, I don't know, maybe with all this, I was going to say with a revitalized interest in horror, but it hasn't really gone away. Horror is pretty much, with things like Mission Impossible's lost money this year.
Indie lost, all the blockbusters.
All these big ones are losing money, and all these little things are making a killing.
Absolutely.
And then Barbie made a killing, and Oppenheimer made a killing, although they were expensive.
Yeah.
But
a lot of these smaller movies are especially horror. Are killing it at the box
Horror
office.
is kind of saving the movie industry.
Yeah.
So maybe we're going to see a resurgence in an interest in the season of Halloween.
Oh, let's hope.
That would be cool.
Bringing it back to the topic of the episode.
Yeah. So anyway.
We did get off on a tangent, but that's okay.
And by all means, for all you listeners out there, feel free. We have a place for you guys to comment.
Oh, man. Yeah, we would love that.
Especially on Spotify. And
you can comment on Spotify?
Yeah.
How did I not know that? That's crazy.
There's a whole feedback section.
No kidding. Okay, great. That's great.
I was going to do a poll because Spotify also has polls.
Absolutely.
But I was going to, on our Halloween movies episode, I was going to do a poll, but it was limited to 7 things in the poll. So I couldn't do what's your favorite Halloween.
Okay.
But anyway, feel free to either on the podcast sites or on social media.
Yeah.
By all means, tell us if we missed something that's Halloween set or that's a Halloween favorite of yours. Because not only do we want you to listen to us, we want to hear from you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
So by all means, go on, tell us what your favorites are, tell us what we missed, tell us what you agree or disagree with.
Start a dialogue.
Start a dialogue. We want to hear from you. Just lie down on your couch with your phone.
Tell me about your mother.
But yeah, we want to know what your favorites are, and then we can address them on future episodes as well.
Yeah.
And keep this going.
Oh, it'd be great. We should have user submitted questions on Instagram or something. People could submit questions, and then we can answer
and we can do a whole
podcast.
episode. Oh my God.
That would be great.
Do it, folks.
Yeah.
Give us your questions. We'll answer them on the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm 100% behind that.
Yeah,
that would be super fun. But yeah, interact. We want to hear from you guys. So thanks for tuning into the Ramblers for our Halloween. Hopefully, maybe we brought up some stuff that you didn't think of watching. By all means, go seek it out.
Yeah.
Watch it this Halloween.
Yeah.
And
let us know what
enjoy
you
it.
watch.
Yeah. And we'll talk to you next time on Real Ramblers.
Yeah.
Sign us out, Lee.
Sign us out.
Gruel.
Sign us out, Dr. Loomis.
I listened to the podcast 6 times.
It's too high.
I listened to the podcast 6 times.
That's better.
6 times.
I couldn't think of another one.
You got to start making a list of new
I'm
outros.
gonna have to. I was gonna do I know how to do a Willem Dafoe? I saw a guy do a Willem Dafoe.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm something of it. I can't do it. No,
That was almost, I could hear
I'm
it.
something of a scientist myself.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's in there. It's in there.
Lee will work on it. And we'll...
I'm something of a podcaster myself.
Until next time, folks, keep rambling.
Thanks for listening to The Real Ramblers. Follow us on Instagram at Real Ramblers. That's REEL Ramblers. And you can follow Lee at Lee Howard _art and Bill at JustTheBill1138.